Welcome to another episode of Fiercely Made Fit with Tiana B. I'm your host, Tiana B, of course. Thank you all so much for tuning in this week. I'm really excited to be sharing another episode with you guys. As I mentioned before in the previous episode, hopefully you guys listened to that. If not, please go listen to FMF and Mental Health. I rambled a lot in that episode, but it's okay. As I mentioned before in the previous episode, I am kind of changing the style of the podcast. So not only will I be interviewing women of different fitness levels, backgrounds, and everything such as that, I'm also going to be tackling some topics that some listeners may not know of or may not have that much information on, or maybe you just need a refresher on it. You know what I mean? It never hurts to add more to something that's already yours. So um, I really hope you guys enjoy this episode this week because I feel like as someone who's really into fitness and health and wellness and what is going on with your body and what you're putting into your body, I think it's really important to know what you're doing. So this week we are talking about supplements. Um, Whether you take them or not, I feel like it's still important to kind of have a rough idea of supplements in general. So let me preface this by saying I am not a professional. I'm only a professional in the sense that I'm a personal trainer. I'm not a dietitian and I am not a doctor. I am simply giving you the information that I have looked into through credible sources. So do not take my information and use it and it have a negative impact. Please do your research before you decide to take any supplements when it comes to fitness. So let's go ahead and begin. What are supplements? And in this case, I'm talking about supplements geared towards the fitness world. So, yeah, what are supplements in the fitness world? Supplements are pretty much used to help one's performance. Um, there are many supplements out there that can help you with strength, endurance, energy, and things like that. This includes like protein powder, creatine, pre workouts, etc. So, yeah, these supplements that I just listed do typically have an impact on your performance when you're working out or you're recovering or anything like that. Um, Now you might ask me, Tiana, do I have to take supplements if I'm working out? No. The simple answer is no. You really don't have to take supplements. However, the choice is yours as to whether you want to take them or not. Um, there are so many things out there in the world when it comes to supplements and fitness. You have your vitamin shop, you have GNC, a lot of fitness influencers and personal trainers like on social media. They usually are partnered with a supplement company, and they have like a code where you can get a certain amount off of whatever supplement you buy. Um, I'm gonna speak for myself for just a moment. When I first started working out and I was really new to the whole fitness world, um, I was just watching TikTok to get my information. And as you guys may know, TikTok was my source for getting started anyway. So I definitely paid attention to what people were using on TikTok. And I noticed that people were taking pre workout protein powder. And I was like, yeah, no, I can just start with that. Um, Around the time I started working out, the aspect of dry scooping was really popular when it came to pre workouts and everything. And I did that. I would dry scoop. I'd take a scoop full of pre workout, dump it into my mouth, and drink as much water. Let me tell you, do not do that. It is not safe. It's a choking hazard. The powder and like its air form can really, it could get into your nose. Can like, a lot can just go wrong. So I would not recommend dry scooping. But if you dry scoop, hey, good for you. But yeah, when I started out with pre workout and protein powder. Um, if you guys don't know what pre workout is, it's basically something that provides you with energy. You know, you usually take it roughly half an hour before your workout. Um, I really didn't abide by that. I took it usually right before my workout, and I would say halfway through my session, I would start to feel it. But yeah, you usually take pre half an hour before you work out, maybe 15 minutes. Um, the pre workout brand that I used, I'm not gonna name drop. I don't know if I should. I don't know because I didn't care for it. So the pre workout that I used caused me to have that. For those of you that do know, that caused me to have that tingly feeling on my body or in my body. For anyone who doesn't know the tingly feeling I'm talking about, let me go ahead and tell you. So there's this ingredient in most pre workouts called beta alanine. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that correctly, but when that beta alanine gets into your body, it helps regulate the acid in your muscles. Um, it causes that it's like an itchy or even tingly sensation by getting to certain neurons and firing them. So that's what causes you to like tingle. And I can say for myself that for certain brands, I felt the tingling feeling in my feet and it would rise up my body. Other brands, it would like start in my hands and work its way over. But it was a very strange feeling, and it definitely turned me off to pre workout personally. But you don't need to take pre workout. It's not essential to your goals. Um, I can say that it can help you with a pump. Like if you're really trying to get that good pump going, there are pre workouts that have a certain ingredient that will help with the pump. Um, like I said, that tingly sensation comes in certain pre workouts. There's also ingredients to help you focus in, but like I said, it's not really essential. You can have a pre workout snack just to give you that energy, like a Rice Krispie, maybe a piece of toast, something like that. There are things out there naturally that you can get rather than buying a supplement form. So yeah, that is pre workout. Um, if you guys have any brands that you have tried that may not have that like high amount of beta alanine that you'd like for me to try, please recommend something. I would love to hear it. And I would give you my opinion after I tried it. So yeah, that's pre-workout. Moving on to the next supplement that I really want to talk about, we have protein powder. Let me tell you guys, protein powder is something that I stand by if I'm going to be honest with you. And I say that because, to put it simply, protein powder is a very quick and efficient way to get your protein in for the day. So, my girlies out there that have protein goals, protein powder is definitely going to help you along the way. Yeah, I love protein powder. um, let's say you're busy and you're on the go. You don't have time to like make chicken or get that protein in. Um, it's really no problem to make a quick protein shake or grab a bottle of protein drink and go on about your day. It's quick and it's right there. Um, that's the bottle form that I'm talking about, but also protein powder. I use protein powder now. I used to drink Premier Protein. Unfortunately, I drank it too much and that kind of made my stomach hurt. So I moved to protein powder and I just mix it with water, put it in a quick shaker bottle, shake it up. And usually I drink it with coffee and I go on about my day, you know what I mean? But it's very quick. So there are different kinds of protein powders to choose from. And for like a beginner to this whole thing, I'm sure it could be extremely overwhelming. I know for me, when I first started, it was overwhelming because there are so many options out there. And you have, if you have a lot of fitness friends, you have so many different opinions when it comes to protein powder. So you really just have to do your research and trust your gut. That's what I did. So, like I said, there are different forms of protein powder. For starters, there's whey and casein protein. Those two that I just mentioned, those are made with dairy, so milk and everything like that. Um, these protein powders, excuse me, these protein powders have like all the essential amino acids that you get from food, but in the powder or the drink. However, I know a lot of protein drinks that you see out there may say meal replacement. I'm talking about Slim Fast. I think if I'm 99% sure, sorry, I'm 99% sure, but don't quote me on this, that Slim Fast, somewhere on the container that it's in, it says meal replacement. It's very low in protein. The protein to calorie ratio is not that great. So it shouldn't be seen, like any protein powder that you use or protein drink that you use shouldn't really be seen as a meal replacement. That's just my opinion. Um, so if you want to, I would suggest doing research on that and looking into it a little bit more. But it shouldn't be seen as a meal replacement solely due to the fact that it's so low in calories. The protein powder that I use is 120 calories with 21 grams of protein. That's a really good ratio. However, it's not a meal replacement. It's just a quick way to get my protein in and add a little more calories to my calorie intake. Um, so moving on from whey and casein, then of course you have your plant-based proteins. Um, I'm not quite familiar with plant-based proteins, so if you guys are familiar with it, I would love for you to educate me on that because I'm sure it's a very interesting topic. It's plant-based. So if you're sensitive to dairy, I'm sure you would lean towards plant-based protein. So moving on from that, I am very in favor of people using protein powder and protein powders and protein drinks. And I'm very, I kind of advocate for them. It's like I said, a quick way to get your protein in. Just throughout the day, have maybe one or two protein shakes throughout the day and get the rest of your protein from your meats and everything like that, like your meals. So, yeah, that is protein powder. Moving on to the last supplement that I want to talk about. We have creatine. Good old creatine. Let me tell you guys, creatine is in the top three. Not these three that I've mentioned, but my top three supplements. I haven't taken it in a while, and that's totally okay. But when I do get back on it, it'll be great. So, what is creatine? Creatine is something that is naturally stored, within the muscles. Your body naturally produces it. You can also get it from your animal foods like salmon and whatnot. Um, Creatine also helps by increasing strength and power, which is something that we love. Where are my strong girls at? I'm flexing. Just pretend I'm flexing right now. But no, seriously, it does help with training. I can say that I took creatine. I went through, if I'm not mistaken, I started taking it in 2022, if I'm not mistaken. But I definitely saw a difference in my physique as I was using creatine. And I'm sure a lot of you have heard sure a lot of you have heard that creatine isn't good for you to mess with your kidneys. Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. There are many sources out there that will tell you that creatine is a safe supplement. I should link sources down in the description, just to let you guys know, like just to show you guys that there has been no significant evidence of creatine being harmful. Um, it could be an issue for people with pre-existing conditions, but overall, it's a safe supplement for your goals. Um, it's not anything. I would say it's not anything that's harmful to me personally, because, like I said, I've taken it. You do need to drink a lot of water. You do need to drink a lot of water, just because that creatine, it gets into your muscles. So you just stay hydrated. 5 grams of it, and you're good. But you have to take it regularly and consistently to see your goals, to see what you want to see. Um, but yeah, as I said, overall, it's a very safe supplement, and I do recommend it for fitness goals. But yeah, there are so many more supplements out there that I could cover. But I'll be so honest, these were the big three that I really wanted to discuss with you guys. If you have if you like some more supplement episodes or anything like that, please let me know. I would love to record those for you guys, because I think it's important to get this information out there, especially for anyone who's new to this whole thing, to really know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? But everyone has their own preference when it comes to what supplements they take, or if they even want to take supplements, and that is perfectly fine. You know what I mean? Like, it's totally up to you. Don't let anyone influence you into taking supplements if you don't want to. This episode is me just covering what I have experienced with supplements and what anyone else could have experienced. You know what I mean? So it's just, I'm trying to show you guys that I'm a normal person. I'm a regular person. I'm not an influencer. I'm just telling you what I know. But yeah, the choice is completely yours. I just wanted to give a little guidance on what there is for the world to see when it comes to supplements in the fitness world. So I know this was kind of like a short episode, but this honestly wraps it up. You know, I covered everything that I wanted to cover. So thank you all so much for listening to this episode. As you know, as I say every episode, Fiercely Made Fit is available on YouTube and Spotify at Fiercely Made Fit. You can also follow me for any fitness content and episode updates and everything about my little life, fitness wise. I'm on Instagram at fmf.tianab. I would also absolutely appreciate a follow, like, share, comment, all of the above, and whatever you please, as it would just make me a happy goose. So if you guys could do all of that, I would appreciate it. Thank you so much again for listening, and I will see you all next week.